have to control your life with your mind, how then do you control your mind? It amazes me how people want to learn artificial intelligence, but it is very important that we master our natural intelligence. This AI were actually modeled after human process. So today, I'm going to teach you one simple technique on how to control your mind. So here is the flow of the technique. Hi, my name is Titi. Welcome to our channel. I come here frequently to share the lessons that I'm picking up in my personal development journey because I know that it will certainly help you in one way or the other. And perhaps you might be also encouraged to embark on your own self-development journey as well. In the last video, we discussed how we can control our life with our mind, how we can reset our mind so that it can work for us in this one life that we have. And in today's video, I want to build a little bit more on that. I am spending time on this mindset topic in the beginning of the year because it is a fundamental aspect of our life that if we get it right, it becomes almost impossible for us to fail in life. So today, I'm going to teach you one simple technique on how to control your mind. It amazes me how people want to learn artificial intelligence. People are jumping on the new AI tools that are coming up. I have no issues with that because I use it too. But it is very important that we master our natural intelligence, which is our mind. This AI were actually modeled after human pattern, human process. So why do we want to go ahead and study artificial things before we zoom in and learn what we have naturally? Because if you have to control your life with your mind, how then do you control your mind? So it's a simple technique, it is easy, it is relatable, it has worked for me. It's something you do every day, it's something we sometimes do unconsciously, just like we use our mind unconsciously as well. But this time, we want to learn how to use our mind consciously, begin to help us to attract the things that we need in our life, and it can begin to help us to see life in the right perspective. Because I'm someone that understands things better when I visualize or when I break it down to something that can relate to, or when I paint a picture in my mind or I make an analogy of it. So I imagine our mindsets as a music studio and our thoughts, our thought process as the mixer. People that love music will relate more with me today, but I'm going to make it simple for everybody to understand. And I looked up the qualities of a good music studio, and I found out that it must be soundproofed. So if our mind is the studio where the music of our life is mixed and produced, how then do we soundproof it? This simply means that your mind must not be controlled by external stimuli or provocation. You should have your own set of beliefs that controls the workings of your mind. A set of beliefs should serve as a filter where whatever is coming into your life passes through, so it decides what you absorb or dissolve. Your belief is a set of principles that guides every aspect of your life. To make it simpler, It is just a set of ideas that helps you make sense of the world around you. So your belief system should help you soundproof your life so that what is not needed doesn't come in. For instance, if what is going on around you or people around you are telling you that you are not enough, your belief system should say, "Mm-mm, I am exactly what is needed. I am more than enough." If the world tells you that leave it, you can't get it, your belief system should say to you, everything is figure outable. If I really want it, then I can figure it out. I can get it. If the world says to you that you don't deserve it, you don't have the qualification, you are too young for it, your belief system should tell you that I deserve every good thing of life. In fact, abundance is my birthright. Research by neuroscientists and psychologists has shown that the limbic system, which is involved in the processing of our emotions and controlling our memory, lights up when our ears perceives the sound of music. And the chill that we feel when we hear music is as a result of the release of dopamine, a neurotransmitter in our brain that triggers sensation of pleasure and well-being. I gave you that information because this technique I'm about to teach you has got to do with music. I can't think of any other thing that we can hinge our thoughts to that allows us to be astute in our thinking in the most liberating manner other than music. I call this technique think like you sing. A complete song consists of intro, verses, chorus, bridge, and outro. Don't worry, I'll break it down to you. We sing every day, consciously and unconsciously. And without our consent, just like our thoughts, music infiltrates into our minds. And before we know it, it begins to control our mood, our feelings, our emotions. So also is our thoughts. So can we get a bit more intentional about these things that has such significant impact on our mood and our feelings and emotions without our consent? So here is the flow of the technique. One, intro. These are the things that sparks up our thoughts. Maybe a response from someone, someone's reaction, someone's behavior, an event, something that happens, something you observed, anything that gets you thinking, anything that initiates a thought. That is what I call the intro. So now let's go into the verse. This is where you begin to dig deep and analyze the thoughts in your mind. You begin to imagine, you begin to question, you begin to justify, you begin to give benefit of doubt. Why did she say a thing like that? Why did she respond like that? Why is she that kind of person? Why? You begin to ask questions. Or is it because of what I said? Is it because of what I did? Is it because of how I look? Is it because of how I talk? You begin to ask questions and you begin to process the thoughts in your mind, depending on your thought process or your thought pattern. Some people are associative thinker, you begin to put things together. Is it because of this and that? Or some people are analytical in their thought process. They begin to look for facts and figures. They want to look at what has happened before. If there are numbers, if there are... Some people are social thinkers, some people are abstract thinkers, some people are analogical, like me. So, depending on the type of thought process that you have, in the verse, you begin to dig deep and to ask questions and to analyze the things in your mind. So, let's move into the chorus. At this point, you catch yourself in that thought. That thought is no longer unconscious. Now you want to make it deliberate. Just like a chorus of a song is somehow conclusive, It ties everything together, whatever you've said in your verse, whatever your submission was, whatever you thought your analysis was, you draw a conclusion in your chorus. You catch yourself, oh, what am I even thinking? Why am I thinking this way? In your chorus, this is where you begin to use your belief system. Your chorus should be one that releases dopamine that I explained from the beginning, that neurotransmitter that releases a good feel or a feeling of pleasure. So your chorus should be the one that releases dopamine in your brain. It makes you feel good. Your chorus should be your predominant thoughts in almost every of your thought process. It should be what you strongly believe in. You know how it is when you're female and somebody says you are male. You either ignore the person, like, I cannot engage in an argument with someone who is obviously confused. That is how your chorus should be. That is how your predominant thought, that is how your summary and your conclusion should be. It shouldn't be just like a cliche because everybody says you should think positive and thinking positive. No, it should be what you strongly believe in. And you can take it a step further by voicing it out, because when you voice it, you're reassuring yourself of it. So there is no doubt that that is the way it's going to be, especially when the thought you're coming in with is a negative one. This technique can be used for positive and negative thoughts. So that takes us into the bridge of our song. So this is where you switch your thoughts. You've gone into your intro where you started thinking unconsciously because somebody has said something that made you happy or sad, and then you started analyzing it in your verse, and then you started using your positive belief system in your chorus, and now it is time to bridge. So if it was a negative thought, in the bridge, you then switch it, just like the word bridge. It's just like crossing from one point to the other. So you then switch your negative thoughts and begin to ask yourself questions like, what if she actually meant well for me? What if they are impressed with my performance? What if it actually turns out good? What if, what if, what if? And you can also take it a step further by visualizing it. It begins to elevate your mood and then you begin to feel good. That is your bridge. In your outro, this is where you let out whatever negative thoughts is left. This is where you take a deep breath or you just sign and let it go. You do not overthink it. Now, because your feelings and your emotions has been regulated, you're now in a good place. So in your outro, you begin to make conclusions. What is my next step of action? How do I respond? What do I do? What is the next thing to do? You begin to make sensible decisions because you are now, your emotions are stable. You're not angry, you're not overly excited. So you're in the best position to make a good decision in your outro. And then you round up. Or in some cases, you don't even need to respond or to say anything. You just let it go. You just conclude in your mind that it's okay, and then you let it go. Except in a situation where you must respond, then you can give a response and then you move on. I'm going to give you 4 benefits of this technique of mine. Like I said, it has been working for me. Number 1, it makes you realistic. So you think of the positive and the negative. I'm never going to come here to tell anybody not to think negative because you can't even control it. It just comes in. When it comes in, you then decide if you want to hold on to it or you want to release it. But you cannot stop it from coming because you can't control what is going on around you. And what is going on around you could either make you feel good or bad. It makes you realistic. You are not blinded to the pros and cons of the situation, to the bad and the good, the negative and the positive. Is all encompassing. You think of everything all together. And then number two benefit is it makes you idealistic. That is, you know the right situation. Even though this thing is happening, is the wrong thing, but you are aware of the right thing. I know I deserve to be treated respectfully. I know this person shouldn't have said this. I know this shouldn't have happened. I know they shouldn't have done that to me. I know that this situation could be handled better. It makes you idealistic. And then number three benefits is that it avoids analysis paralysis. This is what happens when I was talking about the bridge of the song. So in your thoughts, you begin to draw conclusions based on your stable emotions. Instead of thinking and wasting your time and soiling your mood, you just decide. You decide wisely. And then number four benefit is that it makes you emotionally intelligent. You are not irrational. You are not acting thoughtlessly. It gives you time to think, to analyze your thoughts, and gives you time to regulate your emotions, and it gives you time to respond wisely in a way that you feel good and you don't hurt other people. That's emotional intelligence, when you are aware of people around you, aware of yourself, and you know how to apply the two in a win-win situation. It has worked for me. I love music, so it's easy for me to think like I sing. In the coming weeks, I have more juicy topic. I am sure that you don't want to miss those topics. But for now, thank you for watching. See you in the next video. Bye. One more thing before you go. If this video made sense to you, or you picked one thing from the entire video, then I'd like you to subscribe, comment, and like the video. It encourages me to come here to share my experience on my journey. I mean, the more the merrier. We can all become better together. So please subscribe. Bye.